Good afternoon, Jus4SweetZ here. Today I'm going to make an Italian dessert sandwich, or you can consider it a dessert sandwich or just maybe a sweet and kind of savory sandwich. We're going to use some sourdough bread. I've got my pan heating up right now. We have some fresh basil that I chopped up, and it's just a couple leaves that I just snipped with scissors. And then we have some Brie, and I just bought a thing of Brie at the store, and I cut 2 triangles of it. I'll let you see that. Took the rind off, and then just kind of cut those in half so we had some pieces. I've got some butter and some strawberry preserves. So we're going to take, I'm just going to make a half a sandwich, but you could make a whole one. I just want you to see how yummy and delicious this can be. And this is just a really yummy Italian sweet treat, or you can have it as an appetizer. So we're going to take our butter. I'm going to spread that on just like we would a grilled cheese sandwich. These are very popular. And I like basil. I guess some people don't like it, but I love fresh basil. Alright, we're going to stick our half a piece in the pan. It's starting to sizzle a little bit. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take those pieces of Brie and we're just going to lay them across this piece of sourdough bread that's in the pan. So if you have a whole sandwich, you'd want to use a little bit more cheese than this. And if it's too thick for you, feel free to thin it down a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to toss some of that fresh basil on there. Now you don't have to use it all. I just kind of chop some up. Depends on your taste buds. We're just going to throw a few of those in there. Basil can have kind of a sweet taste to it itself, but it'll also give you that savory flavor as well. This is going to be the plate that we put it on. Now with a different knife and the other half of the bread. Oh, I got the wrong knife, sorry. Hold on one second. I've got knives everywhere. I've been baking and cooking all day. We are going to add a couple teaspoons of strawberry preserves onto this side of our bread. Add as much or as little as you like, depending on your taste buds and how much you like the strawberry preserves and how sweet you want it to be. So stick that on there. I love strawberry preserves, so this sounds delicious to me. Okay, and we're going to put that down with the preserves facing the cheese and the Brie. So we have that going. We want to let that cheese melt. I'm going to get a lid here so that we can put it, once we flip this grilled cheese, we can put a lid over it to get that cheese melting, and actually it's already starting to melt. Let's see. We're going to flip this over. Okay, and I'm going to put a lid over it and let that heat up. And this is just going to be really delicious. Now, one thing you could do with this is you could put powdered sugar on the top of it like you would a Monte Cristo. So I'm going to grab just a little bit of powdered sugar. Let's see here. I can't find my little shaker. Someone got a hold of it. We're going to have to grab my big container of powdered sugar, but that's okay. This is heating up nicely. Let's check it out. See how the steam and everything is inside. Let's check this out. It's going to heat up that jelly just so we'll see. Now it's a nice golden brown, which is what we're looking for. I am still stuffed up, believe it or not. That Brie is melting. Let's stick that lid on there. Let it just keep heating up. Now you could serve this, cut it in little pieces and serve it to people. Make a couple of the sandwiches and put them out on a platter and serve them at a coffee date or a tea date with somebody, or just maybe a little get together with some friends. You could serve this with a pasta salad or something on the side. Even just some fresh fruit would be awesome with this. People would actually you know, really love it to enhance the strawberries and the basil and You know, one other thing that might be really good on this is if you, before you put that strawberry on there, or, you know, before you place that bread down with the strawberry preserves, go ahead and sprinkle a little balsamic vinegar on there. Balsamic vinegar has a little bit of a sweet taste, and it's really good to make like a balsamic strawberry shortcake, or shortbread, or I'm sorry, strawberry shortcake with balsamic vinegar and basil in it. So this would actually be super good with just a little drizzle of balsamic vinegar on the top of that sandwich before you place that second piece of bread over it. You should try that out. I'm going to have to try that out. I love balsamic vinegar. Okay, that's a little bit more brown like I like it, and I need that cheese just to melt a little bit more. I cut kind of thick pieces. Now feel free to grate your brie up, and an easy way to do that is to stick the cheese in the freezer. Let it get a little bit frozen. Take it out, take that rind off of there, leave it on if you want to, it doesn't matter, and grind that with a cheese grater, and put it on there all grated up, and then it'll melt a lot quicker than actually doing the chunks itself. But a lot of people love chunks of brie, so you know, it's really whatever you prefer. It doesn't have to be completely melted. It can be slightly melted so that you're getting big chunks of brie in there. So our sandwich is cooking, it's just about done. That brie is melting, and I think we just about have a yummy dessert sandwich here. I see the steam enclosing in there with that lid on there. That steam helps to soften that cheese a little bit. It's going to make our strawberry preserves nice and warm and melted. I think it's perfect. We're going to stick that on our little plate here. Let's get this out of the way. I'm going to do a little sprinkle of some powdered sugar. Like I said, my little sprinkle thing is missing. I'm going to have to find it, but I'm just going to sprinkle it with my fingers. Give it a little bit of extra sweetness. I'm going to use the knife that I used to spread the butter with. We're going to cut this in half. Ooh, and that brie is just coming out everywhere. We have a grilled cheese food truck in town here, and they make a wonderful 4-cheese sandwich. And I believe brie is one of the cheeses on it, and it's just delicious. Got a little piece of basil that got loose from us here. So there we have our strawberry preserves, brie, and fresh basil grilled cheese sandwich on sourdough with a sprinkle of powdered sugar. Great for any time, any snack time. Not too unhealthy. Add less cheese if you want to. Just delicious. Add a side of fruit with that. And I hope you had fun with this recipe. Feel free to leave any comments, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Until next time, God bless.